What's up, boys? So as you might be aware, the main copy I make my videos on are from Royal Conquest, which is a copy that has a huge community surrounding it. However, I want to start a new series where I review much smaller copies and compare them to how different they are from OG Pokemon Brick Bronze. Sounds interesting, right? The first game we'll be reviewing in the series is Pokemon Brick Bronze Dark Shadow, which is made by Dilawar, and at the time of recording this, has about 2 concurrent players. I also checked out their Discord and they also have 1,300 members, so that's not so bad. But with that, let's play. So in all of these reviews, I'll be looking for these main things. 1. Map changes. 2. New features. 3. New Pokemon. 4. Codes. And 5. Any tweaks in the story. So in the beginning cutscene, it appears that nothing has changed in Town, and after waking up, we head to the professor's lab and I decided to get a Froakie. We fought with Jake after and I noticed some differences, and that mainly being the battle UI, but also someone might need to correct me, but I think the camera is a bit more zoomed in than usual. I'm not so sure. Editor Blamo here. No, this is how the camera usually is, it's just more zoomed out on Royal Conquest. Okay, back to the video. I then went to Route 1 and checked if there was any new Pokemon in the grass, and it seems that the OG list of Pokemon is here, but with Rookidee and Squovet added, which is nice. Also, it's really weird fighting trainers without the smart AI battling system. Jake tells us something happened, and going back home, Professor Cypress tells us our parents were kidnapped, but then this happened. What? Yo, I cannot put this in the video. What just happened? We go through the same cutscene of our necklace being stolen, but then I decided to check out the place and didn't really notice anything different to it, except that a random model of Nurse Joy is just chilling outside the Poke Center. I checked out the grass to see if there's any new Pokemon, and no, I didn't find anything new, it just seemed to be the OG lineup. We beat the lady, which was easy, before going to Route 3 and still finding no new Pokemon, which was a bit disappointing to be honest. I entered Sylvan City and there seemed to be nothing new with it either, so I entered the gym and fought the leader who only had 2 Pokemon. That can't be right? I don't know, it's been forever that I can't even remember, but I easily soloed the leader with Froakie before he evolved into Frogadier, so that was nice. Okay, so this copy doesn't really have much different things to it upon first impressions, but from what I've heard from others, they do have new legendaries. Since I plan on only going up to the first gym in these reviews, we won't be able to see these Pokemon, but I do have a list of these new legendaries that can be found. Some of these Pokemon include Darkrai, Zekrom, Reshiram, the Ultra Beasts, and Giratina. Unfortunately though, I'm gonna have to give the new Pokemon rating a 4, as I only encountered 2 new Pokemon, but the reason I'm giving it a 4 is because of the strong legendary lineup. As for any new features, I saw no new features except for a Rowlet, which is awesome because gambling is my all-time favorite. However, with that only being a new feature, I'm gonna have to give it a 2 since it's pretty lacking. Now for any changes to the map, I'm gonna have to give it a 1 since there's no differences to the OG game. Editor Blamo here again real quick. So Dilawar contacted me about Sylvan City and he wanted to show me a future update that isn't released yet, and I just gotta say Sylvan City looks really good. Honestly, I'm gonna have to change my rating from a 1 to a 6. Now for codes, I checked out their Discord code channel and doesn't have any active codes right now, but in the game's defense it does appear that they were just added 2 weeks ago. They do have 3 permanent codes and they're actually pretty good. However, there is a new exclusive code for BlamoHD viewers which you can get a free shiny Froakie. After beating the first gym, just claim the code BlamoHD to get yourself one. Now for the permanent codes and this exclusive code, I'm gonna have to give it a 9. But in total, I'm gonna have to give Project Dark Shadow a solid 6 based on first impressions. While the codes are very strong, I think the game lacks a bit of diversity and creativeness to it, but for those who want a true OG Pokemon Brick Bronze experience, this is the perfect game for that. But with that, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe and comment any suggestions on what copies I should review next. I want this to be a frequent series I do on this channel, so please feel free to do that. But with that, you guys, take care.